Hey, good morning and welcome back. We've got the fans going. We're going to be doing a little cooking here because Sky Lodge, all about that today in their new gluten-free menu. So we have the executive chef, Mr. Scott Boberek, in studio with me. How you doing?
Doing well.
Good.
Good morning, everybody.
Well, I guess I introduced him earlier as the chicken in tortoise suds. You
Looked
saw him
very
in that
nice on
crazy
that vine,
costume.
It was really a hot tour this year. I was sweating so
Not
bad.
enough suds.
Yeah, not enough suds.
You didn't have enough of those before. So before we get into what we're cooking, I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to kind of help our viewers
Now
out.
let's have him cluck like a chicken.
Oh,
Nope,
dear.
that-
Okay, never
He's
mind.
like, not
Sorry,
here.
more
He
suds.
needs more suds before he does that. But before we get into that, point out the difference or how it all ties in. Easy Street, Sky Blue, Sky Lodge.
We're all
Make it a
under.
little bit clearer.
We are under the umbrella of Sky Lodge.
There you go.
Where Easy Street is the restaurant, Bar Bohem is the bar in the restaurant, and then we have Sky Blue, which is on the 4th floor of the Sky Lodge.
So you have a lot of options
a lot of
basically
options.
at Sky Lodge. I think people sometimes get confused and they're like, wait, is it a lodge? Is it a restaurant? Where do they all tie in?
Right.
Now with that said, Dane's obviously joining me for this segment because we're doing a hamburger.
We're going to do. Well, let's talk about the gluten-free menu. We realized that there was a niche for a gluten-free menu because a lot of people. We just realized that they had that need. One person in general, my girlfriend, she's been sick for 5 years. We had no idea what the problem was. Somebody introduced me to some gluten-free options, and then myself and my girlfriend discovered she was celiac disease. Correct. So we moved forward with a gluten-free menu, and we're just not, anybody could do a gluten-free menu, but we're certified. Jill Molchan, she's a Park City local.
Right.
She has what's called the Gluten-Free Institute. She came into the restaurant, educated the staff, reviewed all our products. Certain things like, believe it or not, soy sauce has gluten. She showed us there is a soy sauce that's gluten-free. A lot of our recipes have that. So now we have like our ESB sauce that goes with our burger that we're cooking today. Now is gluten-free. We are doing gluten-free ranch. Anytime somebody orders a gluten-free menu item, it's prepared on a separate cutting board.
Oh, wow.
Everything's color-coded. It's red. Everyone knows in the kitchen. Caution, don't
So you've
cross-contaminate.
got two completely different...
Well, we just transfer the red cutting board on top of our regular cutting board. We have a red-handled knife. We have tongs that have red handles. The grill, we have a specific area that's draped off just for gluten-free menu
So no
items.
cross-contamination with
And
food.
it's a molecule.
Right.
And Jill calls it getting gluten, and it can ruin somebody's vacation. And kids are really, some kids that have this disease, they have mood swings, they're cranky, they can't sleep.
You should try that.
But it's really, it's really something that we worked on.
So not great.
And we hope that the public can come and partake in a gluten-free menu. And
It's really becoming a big deal too.
Yes, it
is.
Years ago, people didn't really kind of know much about this and they weren't as aware. And now a lot of restaurants, you see them really shifting to do that. And it takes a lot on your part. So
Right.
we commend you for what you do, because to do that and to make sure all your employees and everybody behind the scenes is really good about it, it takes a lot of work. So.
And when we introduced the menu, we also wanted not to just have the same menu with a
Right.
little asterisk saying, well, this is gluten-free and this is gluten-free. We actually revamped an entire gluten-free menu. So we could give it to the gluten-free person
cool.
and say, this is yours.
Right.
We
You don't have
prepare
one
this.
little thing you can
No,
order
we have
at
a
the bottom.
full
right?
menu.
Nice.
There's at least 15 to 20 items on that menu that are gluten-free.
Nice. So let's start
All right.
cooking the hamburger.
The hamburger,
That's what we're
I'm-
going to do first. We're going to do the old-fashioned hamburger.
Actually,
then
I'm going
in
to
a
try
little
that. I'm
bit.
going to go, is it
Are
okay
you
if I
gonna
go
do
with the salmon
now?
first?
That's fine. That's the reason I'm here.
Oh, is that time for me to go now?
You can leave if I want the salmon. Dane wants the hamburger. You want to
I'll
leave?
watch. I'll
okay,
watch.
You can watch.
Okay, this salmon is pan-seared. It's herb encrusted, salt, pepper, parsley, a little rosemary. And we're just going to sear it.
Is that olive oil?
A little olive oil. It's an olive oil blend. 80% or vegetable oil, 20% olive oil. Again, herbs, salt, pepper. It's pan-seared. If we had an oven here, we'd put it in the oven after we flipped it, but we're going to sear it totally through. Served with asparagus and heirloom tomatoes. At the restaurant, we like to call our heirloom tomatoes ugly because they're so ugly, they're beautiful. It also has a arugula salad. I'm going to toss that right now. It's a roasted garlic vinaigrette, sherry, roasted garlic, thyme, little olive oil, shaved onion, and Gouda cheese. While that salmon is cooking, the guys in the kitchen usually get this together, and we just wait for the salmon. Again, it's a gluten-free dish. It's very light. It's ready to go.
Now, what makes this gluten-free?
There's no gluten.
But I get that.
Ba-dum-bum.
But what area would have been, let's say, for the person who doesn't have celiac disease, what area have you changed?
This dish has always been gluten-free.
It's always gluten-free.
It's one of our
Talking
number
about
one
grain.
We're
sellers.
doing like the
primarily.
wheats and all that kind of stuff.
Well, when we
That's
get-
why you're doing the bun.
When we get into the burger,
But you never serve this with anything else on
Correct.
the other menu.
Correct.
Okay. So it's as is.
it's always
Got it.
100% gluten-free.
Yep.
On the regular menu and on the gluten-free menu. When we get to the burger, the bun is gluten-free, and we can't serve French fries because we've also learned that when we fry our calamari, we flour it and put it in the
Oh,
fryer.
right.
So if we do fries the next batch, there's cross-contamination. So what we were taught to do by Jill, or we actually compromised, is when we do the sweet potato chips that are on our menu, we clean our fryer, and then we do a huge batch of sweet potato chips, and we serve that with our gluten-free burgers.
Nice.
The reason I chose the burger is because everyone loves a burger.
Right.
People that have celiac, they're like, I want a burger. So the whole thing is gluten-free. Again, we went with the gluten-free soy sauce in our ESB steak sauce, sweet potato chips, and then the gluten-free bread.
Nice. So we'll keep letting this sear, and then when we come back, we'll plate it up. We'll also do the hamburger for you next as well.
Right.
We're going to give Scott a minute or two to kind of rearrange his stuff. We'll have a weather report coming up right after this. Dane will give you a weather report if he stops eating. Doesn't put those.
These are really good.
Yeah.
You like them?
I'll be back for more.
Okay.
Yeah, of course we will. So we'll have your weather report coming up right after this.